Yo, what is going on, guys? On today's episode, women are realizing that being pretty doesn't quite cut it anymore for men. Absolutely hilarious. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments. Make sure you subscribe if you are new here, and let's get right into it.
This is my first video, but I ain't even gonna lie, y'all. I made more money being a hoe than being a fucking worker, doing something that I love. And it's a damn shame. Because all people in the world see me as a body anyway. Whether it be for good reasons or bad reasons. Like, I've been fired from jobs for being pretty. There's a such thing as pretty privilege. And you don't even gotta be all that. But when you're talented too, like me, like I'm a retired hairstylist after 26 years. I'm about to be 40. Well, I'm 38. Just turned 38. And I have a son. He'll be 15 soon. But I wanted to become a celebrity hairstylist, and I did that.
26 years in a real trade, and she's swapped it for easy money and a shirt bragging about it, apparently. She says people only ever saw her as a body and then films herself proving them exactly right. Not really a flex, in my opinion.
Ladies, let's talk about why unattractive men go for women who are out of their league and then reject those women. Because there is a phenomena going on in dating where a lot of men will reach and reach and reach and reach only to make women who are seriously out of their league, gorgeous girls, feel insecure, reject them, ghost them, etc. Here's why. It's because a lot of these men have deep-rooted insecurities and they fear that eventually the woman who's out of their league is going to reject them. So they want to be the first to do it, and that's why they will love bomb in the beginning, get you to like them, and then reject you. It's a weird psychology. And to them, it's not that they don't want a beautiful woman on their side. It's that their insecurities and their desire for control.
Her theory needs the guy beneath her and desperate just to talk to her. Simplest answer is he met her, figured her out, and left. She would rather call it insecurity than actually look at herself.
I have to put this guy on blast. He says, while you may be beautiful to some, you are also very used. Who wants a woman that is used to the extent you are? So mentally, sexually, and all other aspects. This is what pretty girls overlook.
Reading his comment on camera just handed his best line a bigger audience here. He told her being pretty to some people means nothing next to being used, and she's the one who put it on blast.
The problem with a lot of y'all is that these men do not see a future with y'all, which is why they're not pouring into you like they see one with you, but you over here taking the little grains of salt and you building a sandcastle with it. That is why he not putting in all this effort that you're begging for, because he don't want to be with you for real. He don't want to be with you for real. So why he gonna sit up there and like kingdom?
Men have said this for years and got called bitter for it. Now she says it and suddenly it counts. His low effort was not a mystery. It was a decision that he had already made, by the way.
When men stop approaching you, when you stop getting countless of just random DMs from men, you've made it. You've reached that girl level, the baddest of baddists of bitches. When you don't get approached by men. Yeah. When you have this intimidating aura of this woman who respects and loves herself, like this woman who, yeah, you can't play with her. Oh, I feel it from the way she speaks, how she is as a person, and yeah, that is when you know. It's honestly a really, good thing when you don't get approached. Yeah, period.
Being ignored is an achievement now, apparently, and she keeps a straight face the entire time. Men deciding not to walk over is the exact thing that she is calling a win. Nobody films this unless the approaches actually just stopped coming.
Okay, serious question. Do people not ask people out in person anymore? Because I'm starting to think that I might be ugly. I'm being dramatic, but you know what I mean. Like, fully, I feel like I go out and I look hot and no one has approached me. Except for weird people sometimes. And literally, why is it always weird people? I'm like, are they the only ones who have the confidence to go up to someone? And I feel like it's probably like I'm not going to the right places or something, but also like, I don't know, I feel like in movies and TV shows, they made me think like, if I went out, someone would ask me out in person. I'm like, it's not even, I just like, has dating like in person become like is it a dying art? Which we know it is. I mean, I know it is, but I feel like so many people have been like trying to go back to like the roots of like not being on our phones as much, not like relying on social media as much, like deleting social media, or like trying to go out and date people in real life and like talk to real people in person. And I'm like, are we gonna do it to me? Because I'm waiting. And it's okay because I've come up with plans. So first, I'm thinking, and hear me out, I'm gonna make business.
The men stopped, and the first thing she blames is old movies instead of the last 10 years. Every guy who did walk over got written off as weird before he finished talking. That is the thing she's actually asking about.
I'm gonna make business cards detailing my credentials. And when I think someone's cute, say, "You're cute. Here's," or not even. I won't even say you're cute. Here's my business card. That's option one. Option two is like becoming everyone's dream manic pixie dream girl. And going out somewhere and looking super cool, like specifically somewhere to go dancing, because maybe people are like, oh, I have to ask a girl to dance. Maybe that's the case. Like, I'm thinking that's option two. Option three is just going up to the people I think are attractive and saying, you're attractive, would you like to go out with me? But my issue is I'm such a personality-centered person. What if they're freaking annoying? So that's my dilemma. I'll come up with more ideas and I'll let you guys know if anything works. I don't think it will. No, I think it will. I literally sometimes I'm like, am I ugly? Like, did I think I was pretty and like funny and smart and cool and all those things? And then maybe I'm just ugly and uncool and unsmart and unfunny. But anyways, yeah. Okay, kisses. Bye.
She talks herself right out of approaching a guy because he might turn out to be annoying. That's the exact risk a man takes every single time he crosses the room, but, 20 times worse. She never quite gets there, but that's about as close as she comes to admitting it.
Be the most useless you can be as a woman. Yes, you heard me right. What I mean by being the most useless you can be is being the most useless you can be in a relationship with a man. Actually, it's a secret key to be the happiest, the most beautiful in a marriage or in a relationship. You must be useless for a man. Don't be useless for yourself. Give yourself everything. You deserve everything, but you have to give it to yourself, not to a man. Because the moment you will start playing the maid, I'm sorry to say that, but the moment you will start cleaning, cooking, and managing everything, you will become his servant. We have forgotten, nowadays, women tend to forget that women don't bring anything material to the table. We bring intangible things. We bring intangible value. We aspire men every single day.
The advice is basically do nothing and call it a strategy. Cooking and cleaning get called servitude, while his end is just expected to keep showing up. Any guy hearing this is already working out what he's actually getting back, and it is absolutely nothing, it sounds like.
We give life, we validate them, we give them energy. They do a lot for women as well. I'm not saying that they're useless, absolutely not. But men bring material things, material value in a woman's life, and women brings intangible things and intangible value in a man's life. Because once you start being useful to a man, you actually embody both roles. You embody the masculine and the feminine role all at once. And this is exactly where a lot of women start embodying both masculine and feminine roles. They start embodying masculine and feminine duties. After that, unfortunately, it's gonna be done for you because the man you're with is gonna take advantage of.
He pays for everything, she does nothing, and that is somehow self-respect now. Pulling her own weight gets renamed as taking on the masculine role so that she can skip it. Men have been backing out of this exact deal for a while now.
Oh, well, I'll sleep around and have fun in my 20s and marry one of those men when I'm ready to settle down. Nope, it's too late, sister. The men that you claim don't exist in society anymore, and the ones that you actually want, they're not waiting around for you. So you can't say, oh, yes, men should be husbands and fathers and not devote their entire life to money, but I'm going to do that because I'm a woman. What?
This plan needs a good guy sitting in the same spot 10 years later with nothing better going on. The men who spent that decade building something are probably not going to be waiting around for you. That never actually happens.
As a late 20s, going into my 30s, single girly, I'm fucking struggling. I am battling between, yes, girl, you're so super independent. Like, go off. Yeah, I have your high standards. And then I'm struggling between, like, I need a man. Not just any man, a good man. How are you gonna go do that? Go put yourself out there. But how does one do that? Because Dating apps ain't it. They ain't it. And whenever a man flirts with me, I pull this. They say they flirt, and I'm like, Anyway, yeah, so I don't know, but it's getting really hot out here in Arizona, and people are by the pool, couples are by the pool, and they're like flirting and hanging all over each other, and it's kind of hot. And I just think back to that feeling, and that feeling is kind of unmatched. I'm not gonna lie. When you have a good connection and you're like, oh yeah, water, pool, hot, sun, tan, abs. Like, what the one night stand is out of the question. I know that, like, that's not how we're supposed to function as a society, but, like, that was so 27 of me. What is the answer here? Does your girl get lower standards? Does she keep them high forever and then just use what's in her night?
Stuck between the advice she chose and the guy she actually wants, and she can't have both anymore. She picked the independent line herself, and now that she is older, it doesn't really look great. Watching over couples by the pool is what finally got the honesty out of her.
Let's be so for real. Can somebody tell me where this man consented to having his private conversation leaked on the internet for public humiliation and criticism? It's just for starters. The second point that I want to make that I haven't heard anyone talk about is women are always like, oh, I wish a man would just be upfront about his intentions. Oh my God, why are there so many players, and why is he using me? And he lied and manipulated me and didn't tell me the truth. And now you have a man that's having open, honest communication with you, telling you his intent, and now y'all are still mad. Not to mention, the only reason that this is an issue is because women are taking it as a form of rejection, and a lot of women...
A guy said exactly what he wanted and got posted for it. That is the opposite of what women claim they are asking for. The real sting was being told no, and at least she names it.
Girl Math is claiming that you're independent boss-ass bitch while you're receiving government assistance and child support. Girl Math is cheating on the nice guy or treating the nice guy like shit and ending up with a douchebag, but then crying on the internet about not being able to find a nice guy. Girl Math is being a bitter baby mom. You don't really want your ex back, but you don't want him to be happy either. I guess that's most girls, actually, not just bitter baby moms. Girl Math is having a boyfriend that always makes effort and time and dates, but because it's not a 5-star restaurant, it's still not good enough. Girl Math is getting on the internet and saying oddly specific examples of like a football player, but at the same time, simultaneously calling yourself out basically for your horrible life choices. Girl Math is making 100 fake social media accounts just to stalk your ex's new girlfriend because you're jealous and can't get over it, even if you don't want him back in the first place. Girl Math is calling men ugly, but wearing filters, lashes, hair extensions, and self-tanner. Girl Math is actually just another excuse to shame men on the internet, just the same as the ick trend. Okay, bye.
Every line on that list is something a guy gets called bitter for pointing out. She plays it for a laugh, and it still adds up to the last 10 years of dating. Coming from her, the comments can't wave it off, but it's still content, I guess.
In relationships, or men that are trying to get to know women, you guys are getting into relationships with women that you have to teach them basic human decency. You shouldn't have to teach a woman how to respect you. You shouldn't have to teach a woman to be nurturing. You shouldn't have to teach a woman to not post her butt cheeks on the internet for other men. You shouldn't have to teach a woman not to use other people or talk down to people or to not emasculate you. You shouldn't have to teach her how to have conversation with you. You shouldn't have to teach her to not yell at you or degrade you or bully you or be disrespectful. You shouldn't have to teach her life skills. She should be able to cook and clean and do her own laundry and have the basic skills in life.
This is the exact advice a guy would get roasted for giving another guy. She's telling men to stop trying to fix a woman and calling it a relationship, and honestly, that makes perfect sense to me, guys. You cannot fix these women. Honestly, once they are broken, they are just absolutely broken forever, it seems.
Can someone please make this make sense? So let me get this straight. When women are ready to leave, they spend months planning on how they're going to leave. They tell their friends, they tell their family, they lie to their husband's face for months at a time. They stack money. They might get their own apartment. They might even have a plan to set up their kids at different schools. But they don't see that as deceitful or dishonest or harsh, and they don't understand why men are blindsided when women do this. And these women are actually praised. They did the right thing. He was so toxic. He was so horrible. He was blah, blah, blah. All the things. Yes, queen. And no, I don't mean domestic violence situations. I'm talking everyday relationships where the woman finally says that she had enough and she's claimed to be checked out for months at a time and she decides to leave. But when a man does the exact same thing in the exact same way, now he's a piece of shit. In fact, he won't even have his ducks in a row. His idea of leaving is to go sleep on his parents' couch.
Months of secret planning gets called brave from her and cold from him. The blindsided husband gets treated as the guy who somehow failed to notice when being blindsided was the entire plan. Go figure.
1,000 cream pies was easy. Me carrying a baby for 9 months might be a little bit more difficult. Maybe I shouldn't have spat out the contraception that morning. I don't know what's going to be harder. Me carrying a baby for 9 months or trying to work out who the baby daddy is. 2 weeks ago, I had one wish. I wanted these men to breed me. Turns out, I'm pregnant, and now it's time to find out who the daddy is.
The kid doesn't even have a name yet, and she's already filming content off of it, guys. I mean, this kid is going to have a horrible time growing up, it seems. Absolutely disgusting behavior. If you would like to get early access to videos, weekly lectures, and case study breakdowns of human behavior, make sure you check out the members area link below in the video description. Otherwise, make sure to click on one of these videos on screen now if you enjoyed. Make sure you take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.